airlines around the world have overwhelmingly chosen twin-engine jets as their long-range aircraft of choice when it comes to intercontinental operations. This has been made possible through advancements in durability and reliability of jet engines, allowing most aircraft to operate with only one engine for around 3 to 4 hours to get to the nearest airport. That's the case for twin-engine operations. But in the unlikely emergency scenario that a Boeing 747 would have to fly on one engine, what would it be capable of? Well, let's find out. (1982) The Flight of BA9. It was back in 1982 when a British Airways Boeing 747 flew into a cloud of volcanic ash over Indonesia. Due to the airborne particles ingested, all 4 engines shut off. With all 4 engines not functioning, the aircraft began to glide towards the Earth. Thankfully, one engine eventually regained function as the aircraft descended. While this wasn't enough for the aircraft to gain altitude, it was helpful in slowing its ascent. A second engine eventually came back to life, and the plane is said to have regained an ability to increase altitude. When it successfully performed an emergency landing, 3 of the 4 engines were running, although not on full power. The case of BA9 was a real-world demonstration that a Boeing 747 on just one engine was still not enough to gain or even maintain altitude. 1989. The Flight of KL867. In the case of KLM Flight 867, flying from Amsterdam to Tokyo in 1989, all 4 engines failed. Just like BA9, this was reportedly a result of volcanic ash getting into the engines. This ash is said to have turned into glass coating inside of the engines, leading to incorrect temperature reading by the engine sensors and a subsequent shutdown. It was only after descending more than 14,000 feet that the crew was able to successfully restart the engines, landing the plane safely at Anchorage Airport in Alaska. While it is very clear that a 747 is unable to properly fly with the failure of 3 engines, we can see that a single functioning engine would at least extend the aircraft's distance and prolong its time in the air. Hopefully, this would buy enough time and distance for the 747 to reach a suitable landing spot. In the case of emergency landing, whether at an airport, water or otherwise, one engine would certainly be helpful in easing the vertical force of impact. With the remaining thrust provided by the one engine, the aircraft could stretch out the distance for touching down. Thankfully, these cases are extremely rare, and there's little need to worry or think about these situations happening. So, what do you think these extraordinary cases? And have you ever been on a 747 before? Do feel free to let me know down in the comments below. But that is all for today. So if you're new around here, do subscribe if you like this sort of content, as it helps me and the channel massively. Also, drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed and learned something today. So, until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.